Number 3 is your call to action. The call to action is the button where you click and you know there's gonna happen something afterwards. Okay, so normally this call to action, let's say, says more information. So if you click on it, you expect to land into another site where you get more information about what you are now reading or consuming. This is something that you will also want to test in your site, specifically or especially the first call to action that you have in your hero image. This is highly important. So there's two types of users essentially, and I'm talking statistically. There's the users that will scroll down, and then there's the users that will click on the menu. Normally, the users that will scroll down are the ones also that will click on your call to action button. So this is something that you really, really want to focus and optimize. So what are the things that you can switch? First of all, the users need to be able to identify that this is a button. Sometimes we go our design, we want to get super creative and maybe just write a word or do some sort of like icon or image, but users don't know that that is a button. So the first thing that you need to do is that button needs to stick out from the image that is on top of, and please choose a familiar shape. Okay, even if you want to go a little bit like 3D, that's something that we have been testing in the past. So maybe having a little shade, under your button, so it can kind of like sticks out. That works a lot. But just make sure that it stands out from the rest of the background, and that people can easily identify that this is a button. If you just add some icon and expect them to realize that that's like a clickable thing, you might not get great results. So that's the first one. The second one is that you make sure that you have that the text or the call to action that is within that button easy to read. So use bold fonts, add text or types of fonts that are also easy to understand. Don't do cursive, don't do crazy stuff. Make it super easy for people to actually read what's in the call to action so they can click on it. And the placement also, don't go crazy with that. We are normally familiar on where to click. So let me give you an example. If you want to go to the home page, where do you click? Like anywhere you are in a site, where do you click if you want to go back to the home page? We already know that we have to click on the logo of the site, and that will take us directly to the home page. So this is something that we have learned for years and years of repetition and using these types of websites. So that's exactly what we want to mimic also. We want to make sure that we use elements in our website where people intuition is not some sort of like magic or voodoo. Intuition is, okay, I'm familiar with this. I've done it in the past. Maybe not in this exact site, but I've done it in the past. So something tells me that I have to click on here. That's not accidental. That's a design aspect, and we decide to do it. So decide to place your call to actions in a familiar way. We are already used to finding the add to cart button right below the product title and the product short description and the price. We already know it's there. Why? Because Amazon has it there, because eBay has it there, because a lot of sites have it there. So don't go switching stuff specifically with your call to action buttons, which is what allows your users to navigate through your sites. Don't go too crazy. So if you're talking about a banner or a hero banner, you want to keep it normally either right in the middle of the image or of the banner, or in the bottom right above the fold. So the fold is this imaginary line where the screen kind of cuts this hero banner. So you want to keep it above the fold, but in the bottom of the image. So, and you can play around. Maybe you can try it to the left, you can try it to the right. That's the sort of things you want to test, and that will depend on the image background. If your image background has a lot of noise or a lot of distractions in the left, then you want to place your button on the right, or vice versa, or in the middle. So that would be according to your background design or your hero image design. But make sure that you, at the end, ultimately you choose a familiar place where people can actually find your button and click on it.